Hey there. As I was preparing for my course in ethics tomorrow, we're reading up on stakeholder theory, and we're looking through all the different forms of stakeholders, and automatically I begin to think about what this means for education. Students are the absolute most important stakeholder in education, and yet how much of our decisions are made with that with them in mind. I know that we say that they need standards. We need to provide them with all the literacy and the math skills. But how much of what we do is actively thinking about what their real needs are, what their stakes are, and it begins to make me think about voluntary and involuntary stakeholders, right? And and just a few thoughts on on stakeholders. I think that for most part, a lot of our students are involuntary stakeholders in quite a number of things. They don't have any decision in what family they're born into, their ethnicity, their gender, their faith systems up to a certain age. They have no choice in what zip code they're going to be born into. They don't really have a choice into the standards that their society around them deems acceptable or unacceptable. They're bombarded with advertisements from television, music, and movies. And yes, I think that largely they have an active choice in what they consume. But the choices of what they consume are, in some ways, thrust upon them by greater society. And so, if students are, for the most part, up to a certain age, involuntary stakeholders, how are we as educators preparing these students to be active stakeholders? How are we really working to enrich and increase their decision making skills, their ethics, and their civics responsibility? So I think that educators and policymakers really need to bring students and bring action into the forefront moving forward. We need to help students learn how to be active stakeholders and not just passive ones. And we really need to empower their decision making skills and abilities. Those are just a few thoughts for my class tomorrow, but hope you enjoyed it.